Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Arcanum of Steamworks and Magick Obscura, Blind. Now, I'm here in Gilbert Bates' mansion, because I want to tell him about what I learned.
Oh, my! Loghaire Thunderstone. What are you doing here? I mean, of course, you are welcome here, Your Majesty.
Oh, that's ought to be interesting, because, after all, once upon a time, Loghaire must have been quite furious about Gilbert Bates, because he's partially responsible, by association, kind of, for the banishment of the Black Mountain clan. So that's probably going to be interesting.
Greetings, Gilbert Bates. I must say, I never thought to lay eyes on you. The boy that changed the fate of so many.
I don't know how to say. I mean, I never meant to hurt anyone. Stennar was my only friend. How could I have meant him any harm? I was so young, and I didn't know what would come of all this. How could I have possibly known?
Rest easy. I am as much to blame for what happened to the Black Mountain clan as you are, perhaps more so. Your only crime was your curiosity and your intellect. I do not hold you responsible for what followed, and you should not blame yourself.
Okay, so it seems at this point Loghaire is actually kind of chill with Gilbert Bates.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You don't know what that means to me. And you can be assured that I will do all that is in my power to help you and our friend here. I've always wanted to be a friend to the dwarves. I hope that you'll let me.
Bates smiled, obviously relieved.
It is my honor to call you friend, Gilbert Bates. And perhaps when this journey is finished, you and I might sit down and talk a little about some of your work. Some of it shows real promise, the mark of dwarven ingenuity. Stennar Rockcutter would be proud.
Why, thank you, Your Majesty. Really, they're nothing to... I mean, well, thank you.
Oh, Bates smiles broadly, lowering his eyes. He's embarrassed because the dwarves are like his idols. He always wanted to be seen as their peer in the field of technology. So basically, it's akin to like a fan meeting his greatest idol, right? And Loghaire agreeing to discuss technology with him is like a fulfillment of Gilbert Bates' childhood dream.
You're welcome. And now I think you and our friend here have some things to speak of.
Yes, I'll come speak with you in a moment, Mr. Bates. Okay, let's tell him about the Black Mountain clan.
You have returned. Tell me, what news?
The Black Mountain clan were banished to the void by dark elves.
It can't be. What possible purpose could that have served?
The dark elves had been waiting for any excuse to banish dwarves.
But why?
Tell him the whole story.
And to think my life has been conducted under the shadow of guilt for no reason, save it fit the heinous machinations of the dark elves. I must think on this. But here, please take these coins for all your troubles.
You have my gratitude. Okay, so is that it?
You have returned. Tell me, what news?
I have no new information since we last spoke. Okay. So that's it, I guess, for now. Now let me continue through the city. Is there any other place I would like to visit to see if maybe it has changed? Oh, obviously I need to go to the boil. Halfling city dweller. What would you be doing here, you tangled bearded clot? Excuse me, but wouldn't you like to reconsider that remark? I would not. People like you make me sick, always putting on airs as if you are better than others. You can jump down in a river for all I care. And you are some example we should all aspire to imitate? Oh, so quick to judge, too. For damn shame, you self-righteous pretentious, dim-witted, dunderhead twit. Okay, I don't actually want to fight him. Bugger off, you ham-fisted, grotty dwarf. Hello, it's a pleasure. Get away from me, or I'll cut off your stinking beard. Let's be civilized at least. You lazy, shiftless dwarves are the blight on this world. Okay, to be honest, that conversation is going nowhere, so let's disregard him. I'm not going to kill him for saying those things, but I'm not going to apologize for existing. Those days are long past, but with my current level and combat ability. What about you? Hello, bloke. I go by the name of Tom Grak. Say, wouldn't you happen to know a fellow named De Cesar, would you? Oh, he's a drunk guy in the club, right? Yes, I have met with him. You have? Where is that old bugger? Yeah, he's in the gentleman's club, sauced to the gills. Good show. Could you deliver a message to him from me? Tell him to get his bum over to the subterranean kiosk on Kennington Broadway. He was meant to have met me an hour ago. I'd rather not go and try to find him in the club myself, on the off chance he's already making his way over here. I'd hate to miss him. Okay. Splendid. Thank you very much. Good day. Okay, let's go and relay the message, actually, because I was wondering what was the guy's purpose. I never quite figured it out. I talked with him 2 times already, so I guess he's involved with this quest. May I help you? Might I go in for a drink? Of course. Okay. Let's talk with this. The smell of alcohol coming from this fellow fairly gags you. What? What is it? Who you be? What is your name? He looks at you intently, unsuccessfully attempting to focus on you. Why, I am the Honorable Sir Matt de Chazar, Esquire. I am here to deliver a message from you from Tom Grak. What? What does this old tosser want now? He's waiting for you at Kennington Broadway kiosk for you. Oh, he did, eh? He lurches forward and steadies himself at the last minute, falling on top of you. Stupid bourgeois businessman. Let him wait. Well, my work is done. Good day. Wait. What? Did I start that? Did he... Wait, what has just happened? It becomes obvious that his drunkenness was a ruse as he quickly grabs you. Who are you? Why did you lead him here to me? Talk quickly before I kill you. What? What are you talking about? Did he kill him? Did one of my party members kill him? I don't know, and I'm kind of annoyed. And Varomon, because I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't know what has happened. What? What are you talking about? You're one of Grak's men, aren't you? I met him on the street. He asked me to do him a favor, that's all. He pauses for a moment, looking at you. I might be insane, but I believe you. Now get out of here before I change my mind. Wait, what is all of this about? He looks around. We can't talk here. Follow me. Okay, so that has to be a bug of some sorts? Or I misclicked, because he attacked me later himself, and obviously that doesn't make sense, because if he wanted to lead me somewhere, then he wouldn't have attacked me in the first place, because that's counterproductive to his own goals. He shot him, I'm pretty sure of that, but why? Okay, he killed him, but why did he do that? Well, at least I am kind of blameless in that, but I still don't understand what happened. Okay, we can talk here. What is going on here? Who are you? I can't give you those answers yet. Suffice it to say, I'm part of something that, well, even I don't rightly exactly know what is it that I'm a part of. It is safer this way in case I'm caught, but I do know a few things which I can tell you to prove, which I can tell you if you prove to me that you can be trusted. It looks like I'm going to need your help now that my presence here has been compromised. How do I do that? That may sound strange to you, but I'm here in Tarant to recover the skulls of the Renar Siamese twins. Their skulls are evidence that, well, I will inform you if you bring them to me. Oh, that's pretty interesting, because that's the exact skulls that the guy at the Tarantian university wanted me to bring to him, but I refused specifically because I didn't believe he needed them to do any actual good. He just needed them because he was obsessed with phrenology, which is the pseudoscience relating to the supposed link between the shape of skulls and the character of people. But it seems they are evidence in some crime, or they are evidence in something. So in that case, I do believe I might retrieve them. It is the same case as with the bones of the supposed Nasruddin, as I was talking in before. Like, I do believe the bones of the dead are entitled to a certain degree of reverence, but I don't believe it trumps the actual concerns of living people. Like, if you can markedly improve the lives of living people by unearthing the bones of the dead, then I think you kind of have a moral right to do that. Where will one find these skulls? Well, that's where it becomes difficult. The skulls have been interred in a mausoleum in a Tarant cemetery, but when I went looking for them, they were already gone. So where would I look for them? I don't know, but I believe they are still in Tarant, in a warehouse somewhere, waiting to be shipped off. Oh, wait. There was a quest. I had to, rid a warehouse of rats, right? And it was full of rats, and I do believe there might have been some bones then. I will check that warehouse. Okay, I will do it. I shall return with the skulls. Okay, let's go and check that warehouse. It was somewhere on the lower end. It might even be here, actually. Oh, here. I will check this. Sugar. Compass. Okay, so it might not be here after all. I guess I will have to look through other warehouses. Does my journal say anything particularly helpful? He believes that they might be in a warehouse in Tarant somewhere. Okay, so that's not particularly helpful, to be honest. Okay, these are locked. You've returned. Are you certain you have no work for me? Who put the idea in your head that I have work for you? I don't. Okay. Okay, this is some kind of a shelter. I would rather not talk with you. Hello, Mr. Black. I have some questions. Listen, buddy, I don't have time for your interruptions. If you need assistance, speak with the shopkeeper. Yes, friend, is there something I can help you with? Let's trade. I have nothing of interest to you. Okay, there's a bunch of locked doors here, but I'm kind of weary of antagonizing them. Like, maybe I should, but no, I don't know who is it permissible to attack, and I guess I can go north. There's a bunch of factories there. Maybe there are more warehouses as well. Hey, it's the mine owner. Okay, so nothing here. The Tarantian water and power plant. I doubt it's here, for obvious reasons. It's supposed to be a warehouse. Okay, this is the mason, so I doubt it's here either. How do you do? I'll be leaving now. This is where the painting was in the past. I can't pick that, because nobody in my team can even pick logs. This is locked. This is Gilbert Bates' factory, so obviously it's not here either. This is not a warehouse. Maybe it's in the boil, although I doubt it, because the boil I don't think is even counted among Tarant, technically speaking. So if he said it's in a warehouse in Tarant somewhere, then what would you do if you have been, please, you must listen to me, these noble beings you are dealing with, not savages. What would you do if you were taken from your natural home and forced to work under these conditions? Wait, is it an orc uprising? This situation calls for compassion and restraint, please. Is this an orc uprising? Is it like a hostage situation? Because there's a bunch of guards outside this building. Let's talk with this guy who's talking about how the situation calls for compassion, because I would definitely like to help them if I can. Greetings, citizen. What is going on here? This totalitarian Captain Wheeler has some noble orcs who are striking for their rights, trapped inside this factory. Captain Wheeler? What can you tell me of him? He's the captain of the Tarantian Guard. He believes orcs aren't fit to live, let alone have any rights. That's what all of this is about. All the orcs want is a right to unionize. I am trying to keep this from deteriorating into what happened last time. And what happened last time? It was a massacre. Captain Wheeler mowed down the protesters with a mechanized gun, and it was horrible. I suppose that it is why they chose to hold up inside a factory this time, instead of protesting in the open. For Wheeler to get inside, he'd have to sacrifice some men, and that would look bad for him. What happened to Wheeler after he killed the protesters? Well, to be honest, judging by the shittiness level of this world, and generally the world, even the real one, I would say he might have even gotten a promotion for it, because, orcs aren't people to those people. And nothing. Someone on the council actually wanted to give him a medal. Yeah, that's kind of what I suspected. That's shocking. Yes, it is, and what is more, I feel it is directly responsible for the situation that has arisen here today. And why is that? The orcs feel that they have nothing. The orcs feel that they have to do things like that to draw attention to their plight. They feel they cannot affect any change through political ends when they are seen as expendable beasts. It is all the more pity as Mr. Throgg could just be the man we're looking for. Mr. Throgg, the man you are looking for? Don Throgg is the leader of the orcs. Because of he has human blood, we can make a case for his rights to unionize before the council. There has never been a case to determine the rights of a half-orc under the law. If a half-orc can pass for a human, they usually keep their heads down so that the others won't think of them as orcs. And if they look like an orc, well, I see. So Mr. Throgg appears to be a human? He is unique in that his features have a distinctive orcish cast to them, but instead of making him look dumb and brutish, it actually gives him somewhat of an appearance of a swarthy rogue, and I've never met a half-orc with the charisma he has, or near anyone else for that matter. So what can be done to defuse this situation? Don Throgg must be convinced to give up his foolishness and work with us. The ways he has chosen lead to death. Captain Wheeler will not let him leave the building alive if given the choice, so the choice must not be his to make. Mr. Throgg must slip out in the night to be certain that he might live to live another day. Why don't you go in and propose the plan to him? Because, as a council member, I represent the establishment which is holding him down. He will not speak with me. As an outsider such as yourself, however, you could gain his ear. Okay, I will speak with him for you. What do I need to do? Simply go in there and propose my plan to him. I am certain that he will listen to reason. Hands you a key. They've locked themselves inside, but I convinced the owner to give me the key. I will return after I have convinced him. Okay, so this is actually kind of horrible, because I totally understand the grievances that the orcs have with the system. You know, basically they are treated as slaves, or as half-slaves at best, working in horrible conditions and not even regarded as people. But I also feel like, a violent protest is not going to do anything, because first of all, they lack the actual manpower and the actual weaponry to actually win against all of Tarant's army. So it's going to end in them getting killed, which I understand at this point they might be so frustrated that they believe it's their only choice, and they want to die nobly basically, and maybe stir some hearts in the process, but I doubt it's going to happen, because nobody cares anyway. Like, they are going to die and nobody is going to bat an eye. That's how I see it, because this guy told me that this has basically already happened in the past. The captain of the guard, he already killed a bunch of orc protesters in the past, and not only did nobody care, they actually commended him for it. So as much as I don't trust the system necessarily to give the orcs a fair chance, I still feel it's a better idea than what they are doing now, because they are all going to get killed and nothing is going to get done. So, even if nothing gets done anyway through the official means, with the help of this guy from the council, then at least nobody dies, if they just slip out in the night. Although I guess the case remains to see whether it's actually only Don Throgg, the leader, that is going to run away, and the rest of them are going to get killed, which is a little bit more callous, and I would hate to see that. But in the end, the result is practically speaking, it's still the same, right? Because they still die and nothing happens, nothing changes, because nobody cares. Nobody cared in the past, so I doubt they would care now. So I feel like it's still worth trying to convince him to work with this guy from the council. But also, I feel like it's important commentary on how the half-orcs are treated here, and orcs and half-orcs, I guess both, that this guy, Mr. Babcock of the council, he said that Don Throgg is a good icon because he looks like a human. So basically, if a half-orc wants to be successful, he can't even acknowledge even the fact he looks like an orc is a disadvantage, and the only reason why the humans might be convinced to listen to Don Throgg is because he doesn't look like an orc. But I guess it is kind of the point, because he doesn't look like an orc, which is a first impression kind of thing, but he is a half-orc, so he's going to argue sort of using his human half as the as the anchor point for his laws, right? He might argue that his orc half does not have laws, does not have rights under the law, but his human half does. So, he might try for some kind of a compromise or something like that. And as I said, I don't feel this is going to end well for them anyway, because there is a high possibility they are going to get screwed over by the politicians, but I feel like it is still a better chance than them just getting killed, because this is the alternative pretty much. They all die, and I doubt anyone is going to care about it, so I will try to convince him to work with this guy. What does the captain of the guard has to say? Have a nice chat with old Babcock, did you? Have he convinced you that the poor orcs just need our understanding? I am helping him put an end to this situation. You do what you want. If I get a chance, I'm killing Throgg. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is no convincing the guard to work this out peacefully, and there is no way a bunch of orc protesters can take on the guard. So, basically there are two choices. They all die, or they run away. And I see the choice of them running away as a uniformly better one, because even if nothing is accomplished as far as their rights go in the end, then at least they don't die, at least they can continue living. So let's try and talk with Don Throgg. Who are you? What are you doing here? Wheeler sent you? Speak, or I will kill you. I am here to speak with Mr. Throgg, to help you. He looks you over suspiciously. He's in the back. You try anything, you'll be dead. You dwarfs nauseate me. I hate dwarfs. Well, they aren't really helping their case, to be honest. This dark, brooding figure slowly turns to face you. His brutish features somehow accentuate his noble stature, rather than detract from it as one would expect. So, they have finally sent someone to kill me, have they? I'm here to deliver a message from Mr. Babcock. Babcock? What does he want? Does he still think we can gain rights through the system? Yes, he has devised a way for you to gain a right to unionize. Why should I listen to him? Or you, for that matter? I don't know if he's a good man who only wants to help them, but that's my best bet, because to be honest, he was making speeches to the guards even before I showed up, so it's not like he was only playing the part of someone who cares about the orcs for me specifically. He was trying to convince the guards to stand down. This is a bit antagonizing, I feel like, because this is basically insulting his struggle, so he is a good man who only wants to help you. To the best of my ability, I mean to the best of my knowledge, at least. He is a weak-willed do-gooder who has chosen us as his latest cause. He is not a man who commands respect, and I tire of his worthless plans. Well, to be honest, his plans are a bit better than yours at the moment, because your plan is to get killed and accomplish nothing. So even if his plan accomplishes nothing, it's still better, because it doesn't involve you dying. Touché, your wit serves you well, and you make a good point. What is it that Babcock is selling this time? Something that will put you legally beyond Wheeler's reach. Yeah, because, as I said, that's how I understand it. He wants to put forth the idea that, sure, maybe half-orcs aren't fully human, but there is a part of them that's human, and you cannot violate that parts, basic rights, basically, something that will pull you legally beyond Wheeler's reach. Alright, you have my ear. It would be intensely gratifying to use the law against Wheeler for once, instead of the other way round. He wants to establish your rights as someone who is half human. Indeed. I see. If it is done skillfully enough, it may work. And then what? Once he proves that you have rights, you can create a union. For once, old Babcock might be onto something. He said that Wheeler is sure to kill you if he gets the chance. Tell Babs not to worry. We will sleep out of here under the cover of night. I will meet up with him later to plot the humiliation of Wheeler, among other things. Thank you for delivering this message to me. You're welcome. Okay. We're waiting for the opportune moment to slip away from here undetected. Thank you for your help. Okay. Well, that worked out decently enough, I guess. Greetings, citizen. I convinced him to escape. He will meet with you later, he said. Splendid, splendid. Thank you oh so much for your help. You've done the city of Tarant a great service. Thank you. Good day. Okay, does the captain have anything to say? Nope. Okay, so, as I said, I'm not convinced this is going to work out for them in the end, but I feel like it was still the better option. Okay, I've got another level. Unfortunately, I can't upgrade my charisma, and because of that, I cannot upgrade my persuasion either. So I guess, other than that, I will put a point into Dwarven Gauntlets and leave one point. Although, do I need every one of them? I guess I will put a point into Intelligence and leave the other point in case I get a blessing of the gods that would help me upgrade my persuasion. As for you, I will put a point in here and Mechanized Arachnid. Okay. Varomon, you can have a point of perception because you're a bowman. You can have a point of dodge maybe to be more survivable in combat. You can have a point of bow. And you, Loghaire, you may have a point of strength. Oh, it's not max. I guess I'm going to max out dexterity because it gives a huge bonus to speed. Because his dodge and melee is already maxed. And he has no technological skills. Okay, so that solves that. But I still don't know where the bones might be. That's Gilbert Bates' main rival, right? I think I talked with him once already. I do not want to converse with anyone, least of all a consort of Gilbert Bates. Okay. This is not a warehouse, so I doubt it is here. I'm specifically looking for a warehouse. I guess I can clear out the boil and then maybe I will return. Maybe it is in the boil, although I seriously doubt that, because the boil is not legally counted as part of Tarant, right? It's, technically speaking, the boil are the outskirts. I clicked at him by accident, to be honest. There are some locked chests here, but I can't even unlock them because I lack the necessary lockpicking skills, so I feel like starting a whole fight to do that might be a bit pointless. Okay, I will go to the boil for now. to deal with the gangs there, because that's actually something the chairman Willoughsby of the Industrial Council wants me to do, and I feel like it might be a service to the community, right? If I clear out the gangs. But I doubt the bones are anywhere here. Anyway, he said his agent is in the tavern. Would that be him? I do not have time for your ilk, dwarf. Sir, did I hear you correctly? What have I done to offend you? I think you have heard me just fine. I don't like you, and that's just the way of things. I recommend you get out of here fast. Are you quite sure of that opinion, sir? The man takes a moment and then nods slightly. I see I might have been a little hasty with my tongue, stranger. Let's call it an honest mistake and be done with it. I feel the same way. Might I ask your name? The name's Sebastian. Greetings, have you a moment? What is it that you need? I've spoken with Edward Willoughsby about you. Yes, Mr. Willoughsby mentioned that someone might be stopping here for a drink. He looks around. I can respect a man who's got the stones to make the trip over to the Boil. Well, I suppose you could call me a concerned citizen. He gives you an appraising look. I see. Mr. Willoughby told you of his plans over here in the Boil? He mentioned them. Perhaps you might elaborate? Well, he lowers his voice, leaning towards you. Mr. Willoughsby has his concerns over what is happening here in the Boil. Do you know anything about this place? I've been around. He gives you an appraising nod. Well, then I'm sure that you know about Clan Maug and the Pollock's gang. I do, in fact. Sure, who doesn't? As you can well imagine, Clan Maug and Pollock's gang aren't very fond of each other. There's quite a few disagreements between the members of the gangs, and most of them end up with people dead. Interesting. What does Mr. Willoughsby have to do with all of this? Well, Mr. Willoughsby is an important man here in the city. He's a little more than concerned that the element here over the Boil will spill over into the better parts of Tarant, and of course, he can't just let that happen. I take it that is where you come in? He smiles wolfishly. Exactly. Sounds like something I might want to get involved in. Looks at you, eyes narrowing. Really? You think you're cut out for this sort of work? Are you questioning my... No, I think I'd be up for the task. Good, good. Listen, I know a little bit about you. Mr. Willoughsby knows much about what happens here in Tarant and abroad, and he keeps me informed. I'm not exactly what it is that you're looking for. I'm not exactly sure what it is that you're looking for, but I might be able to help. What is it that you're proposing, Sebastian? Well, I'm saying, you help me take care of my problem here in the Boil, then I might be persuaded to help you with yours. What do you think? It sounds intriguing. Let's continue. Sebastian nods his head, then lowers his voice. Well, as you know, Darian Maug and Pollock have always run things here in the Boil. I'm looking to take care of that particular situation. I see. What is it that you're going to do? Well, usually at the end of all of the fighting that goes around here, the gangs tend to weed each other's out, but lately, the word is that Clan Maug is growing more powerful by the day, and that's only a matter of time before Darian Maug takes over all of the operations in the Boil. So what? If Maug consolidates his power here in the Boil without any opposition, then what's to stop him from corrupting the rest of the city in the same manner? Get my meaning? Clearly, you want me to get rid of Maug. Here's what I'm proposing. You get rid of Darian Maug for me, and I think about helping you to take care of your problem, whatever it might be. Okay, good. When you've taken care of the problem, get back here and we'll talk further. Okay, I do believe the Maug clan headquarters are actually here, right? This heavily perfumed gnome would appear laughable if not for the scars on his face and the oversized dagger from his belt. And just what precisely do you think he would be doing here? I was going inside. I don't think so. I don't believe that is going to happen. Only the clan Maug is allowed within these walls, and then only a select few members at that. Turn your little self around and go back to where you came from. I'm going in whenever you like it or not. I would love nothing better than to slit your silly throat from ear to ear, but I hate the mess it makes. Be gone with you, Thunderhead. Don't worry about the mess. I'll wipe up your blood with your face. It's a fight. I just love killing. Okay.
What is it you need?
Actually nothing. I wanted to loot this corpse. Let's just barge inside. And take care of all of them. Now, even though he has not proposed it yet, I feel like it's prudent to take care of both of the gangs, because obviously if I only destroy one, then it's going to create a power vacuum, and it will allow the other clan, the other gang, to take control over the boil, right? So I feel like the responsible thing to do is to destroy them both. Kill both of the leaders, thereby scattering the criminals actually, and allowing the arm of the law to control this area more easily. But maybe he himself will actually bring this up once I deal with Darian Maug. Obviously, I don't know yet.
I've never seen such a skillful blow.
Okay, was that him? He didn't have a name, but that might be before, because I didn't talk with him before. But I don't think that was him, because nothing has... Oh, I guess my quest log was updated. Accepted, he wanted to kill Darian Maug. I guess it wasn't him, but there is still a trapdoor here. And I guess this might lead to the closed off section of the sewer, maybe. Well, wherever exactly it leads, I need to explore it. Apparently it's full of undead for some reason. have a feeling this whole location might be even unrelated. Because it's pretty expansive and I haven't found even a trace of actual gang activity in here. It's just a bunch of monsters. But you know, I did enter it already, so I might as well explore it. Okay, I fell over because of the lack of stamina, I guess. Do I have a fatigue restorer? Yes. Okay. So where would that lead? Let me just check to orientate myself in the terrain. Oh, there is no actual exit. It is just a decorative ladder.
Quickly! I need healing.
I can't exit through here either. And Magnus is almost dead. And hopefully Raven can heal him in time. Okay, I'm almost dead actually. Perhaps we should rest a bit before going further. Okay, we probably should not have done that. Okay, I don't know what's up with those sewers necessarily, because they are pretty large, but it seems like nothing much actually happens here. And none of the ladders seem to work.
Wow, I've never seen such a skillful
I am awed by your abilities. Let the blood flow.
Okay, there's some random trash. None of the ladders work though. Okay, Magnus should definitely be healed, but I doubt he can benefit from this. Damn it, I shouldn't have even done that because he is so low of a like so high of a magical aptitude that rather technological, that potions, magical potions don't really work for him. that greatly.
I've never seen such a skillful blow.
Okay, more technological ingredients. A sheet of metal. Okay, don't really want any of those.
I am awed by your abilities. Let the blood flow. I am awed by your abilities. Let the blood flow.
Okay, this is a very large chamber. Elemental snake. Okay, this looks like almost like a boss of some sort. Anything on its body? No? Elixir of hypnotic suggestion. Okay. But it does still seem that this is more or less still a detour. Like, I'm not sure what's the point of this location apart from just grinding, because I haven't found a single trace of actual gang activity in there, and I was looking for Darian Maug, so I guess I might have killed him. He might have been the noble human inside the building. But my quest is not yet finished. Maybe it's because I haven't returned to Sebastian. But this seems very pointless indeed. So I think at this point I can leave if I can find the actual exit. because let me look at the map. I've explored this. This ends in dead ends. Okay, I guess there is a bit to explore here. But it's on my way to the beginning anyway. Okay, hopefully I didn't miss anything important in here. And hopefully the human noble in here was indeed Darian Maug, because there's nothing to indicate that for sure, but I guess I will know once I return to Sebastian, right? Because he will tell me if I've done it, right? Obviously. Nice day. Hello to you, Sebastian. Might I ask a few questions? What is it you need? I've taken care of the problem, Sebastian. I'd heard about that. Nicely done. So, you said you might be interested in helping me. Yes, you seem a fairly competent fellow. To be honest, I've been telling that to everyone. He might be a spy from our enemies, but I don't care. Let them come at me. What exactly are you involved in? That's a long story. Tell it to him. He waits a while before continuing. So you're telling me that all of this happened to you because you were the sole survivor of the IFS Zephyr disaster? Yes. Well, I'm no hero, but I do like a good fight. You seem a trustworthy sort, and I might be willing to lend you a hand. So, will you join me? I think you have enough to handle right now with who you have. Okay. So, I don't actually care about him, because I know nothing about him, and he does not have voice acting, but I do plan on killing the other gang as well, because as I said, I feel like it's the only sensible course of action, because if I only kill one, the resulting power vacuum will let the other one to take over, and in fact, I find it suspicious that Sebastian only wanted me to take care of one of them. It's almost like maybe Willoughsby has an agreement with Pollock, so I will take care of both of them. But I will do that next time, because this episode was long enough, so I'm going to save here and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!